You're listening to the You Don't Know Me Yet podcast network.
Hey, y'all. This is a Daydreamers podcast. I am Erin, and my amazing co-host is K'Shana. Let's pick up where we left off last week.
Fucking crazy.
That dude was crazy. He was quiet and crazy.
We be crazy, like
Okay.
in real life. That's what makes you creative.
think I
It's a
am,
part
though.
of it.
I don't think I am.
And that's part of it. That's not an insult.
It's not an insult, but I'm just like, I don't think I'm crazy. The fact that I don't think I'm crazy
Not
is
like-
an indicator that I probably am crazy.
And then that's like a whole nother thing. Like, what is crazy? Like, are we talking about mental health or are we talking about wild ass behavior? That
Most people are talking
stems from
about
a mental health issue. Are we talking about that? Because crazy is real wide.
That's
crazy
one of
could
my creative
mean,
combo topics. Let's bring that up.
yeah, like crazy could mean like possessive or, you know, it could
Well,
also mean abusive.
It could.
This
This is something else. The most dangerous woman, the most dangerous person on earth is not an educated black man. It's an educated black woman. And let me
Black women are way bigger assets than black men.
let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I say that. Let me give you my theory to why I say that. Us as black men, when we get educated, we keep that education to ourselves. We harbor that education. We do not spread that wealth. And don't you sit there with that face and try to say that. We do not spread that wealth. Stop talking.
Not most of them.
Do not talk for the ones and twos who are going out there and reaching out.
Yeah.
For the majority of black men, when we get educated, when we learn something, it'll be something simple as, how did you do that move in 2K? Read the booklet, nigga. Damn, nigga, I just want to learn how to throw an alley. Once we learn something that we can use against one of another, we do not uplift each other to do it. Black women are so sick of seeing black men stuck in the trenches and stuck in the gutter and dealing with insufficient men that they are willing to, when they learn a trade, they are so eager to put another person on and to teach a black man on how to on skills, on another skill set, on a newer skill set.
I disagree.
Are you shitting me?
anyway, that's pretty much the gist of the conversation. Is that the
Okay.
first time you ever heard that?
Yeah, send it to me. We'll save it for creative combos.
So, his name is Bruh Man Day Day. BRU like Bruhman, like BRUHMANDAEDAE. And the question was basically about who is the most dangerous, like as educated, like as far as like black men or black women. And that was his reasoning. What do you think about that?
I've never really gone into like the most dangerous.
Well, that was the
person
question. And so
Well,
that
I
was
mean,
just
I don't think along those lines. But as far as being a gatekeeper and blocking the gate, I can only speak for me. I'm all for sharing information,
right.
you know. So I just can't fully speak on what they were saying.
So they're just talking about in general. You know how they say like the most dangerous person is an educated black man or educated.
I know they say the
Usually
most-
they do say
the most unprotected,
the most dangerous is black women.
Yeah.
But like, so there's the other statement is like the most dangerous person in America is an educated black man, which honestly, I mean, if they really, really, really look at it in a different way, I agree with what he was saying because it is true. Black men, this is not everybody. Like he's saying, not the ones and twos, the outliers or whatever. You know. And he's saying it as a black man, they keep it. They keep their education. They don't really reach out to kind of teach, you know, other people or even other men or whatever. Very rare. You know, you have people who do outreach or whatever, but that's the exception, not the norm. Whereas black women, the minute I know something, I'm like, yo, you know, we like, hey, so look, I did this, and guess what? And if you do it this way, da 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 da. It doesn't matter if it's something simple. Or if it's something like, okay, like, look, this how you need to do your taxes, like file this way or do this, or look, this is where you can get this resource from, like do X, Y, and Z. I think we are more of teachers, but as with anything, any gender, any population, there are exceptions. So there's gatekeeping on both sides.
Yeah, there is.
But he's completely right about that as far as black women like just being super willing to share education and things like that. Of course we are. One example I found out as far as like black men gatekeeping and things like that, Frederick Douglass, right? We all know who Frederick Douglass is.
Yeah.
You know, he you know, got free, all of that stuff, could read and write, all of that jazz. You know, he never taught his wife how to read.
No.
Black woman.
Why? Asshole.
He never taught her how to read.
Because what? Because what, sir?
Because why would
now I'm looking at you sideways, Frederick Douglass.
Why wouldn't you teach her how to read?
Why?
It's your wife. And she helped him. She helped him get emancipated and all of that stuff. And again, like, she's his wife, was his wife, and, kept house and did all of that. While he was in Britain, he would send his laundry to her and she would wash it and send it back and shit. She out there like working and keeping the house together and all kinds of stuff.
First of all.
It is. So that's a conversation. But like, she was doing all of this and all the backup stuff and being the support and all of that. And he never taught her how to read.
I want another reason.
But then I don't know. A lot of people don't know that either. That after her, he got with a white woman. Yeah, which I don't think there's anything wrong with interracial relationships. It's how you behave, the difference in how you behave in those relationships. So then the last wife, the white wife, or she was like given a lot more credit. We don't even have a whole bunch of information on his first wife, who was black and he never taught how to read, who was there from the whole shebang.
Did the first wife die or something?
Well, they all dead, but like, I don't remember if they got divorced.
Why
or
am I looking at him kind of stank now?
Let me see.
You know, all men got it in them to be assholes, but like, it's cool until you know about it, and then it's like, you did what, nigga? You married, and I don't have an issue with interracial marriages either, but that don't sit right. It don't sit right.
Here we go.
It don't sit right for a reason.
Anna Murray Douglas. She was a member. She was an abolitionist.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the first wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she passed. She passed. That's what it was. She passed, and then he got with old girl. Little known Black history facts.
That don't sit right. It's just kind of like when you see these people. It's kind of like when you find out Amari Hardwick's wife is white. It's like,
I don't know who that is.
Power.
I ain't never watched
Ghost.
Power. Omari.
Oh my
Hardwick.
God, girl.
Omari.
He used to have some of the best sex scenes. Like, oh shit.
He's a light-skinned young man.
He is sexy as fuck. Girl,
He got a beard. I don't know.
Girl, anyway, fine. Let's see.
I don't. That's not my preference. I'll say that.
I mean,
I don't know.
but still, like, it's just like when you find out, it's like, what? What the fuck that shit happening? Like, it's cool, but okay. It's just like something don't sit right. Who else?
My thing is, again,
like, okay, if
is
you
that
were to find out that Morgan Freeman he don't. But if you found out like Morgan Freeman had a white wife, you'd be like, what?
well, it's kind of
right.
somebody who it's like if you're out here talking about this and talking about that and doing this and doing that, and then your spouse is not what you're talking about. It's like that it is shocking, and I don't have anything against interracial relationships. Again, right. I will say that again, but I do have a problem against you being in an interracial relationship and then you shitting on black women or you shitting on people who look like you and like using your relationship as like something like I have a problem with. Love who you gonna love, be with who you gonna be with. That's totally fine. Nothing against that. Also, did you know Mr. W.E.B. Du Bois? You remember him from like Black History Lessons?
Yes.
Or whatever. Well, he was a part of the eugenics movement.
I don't know what eugenics means.
Okay, so eugenics is like when basically that's how birth control happened.
What the fuck did they do to black women?
What didn't they do? You know that's how they got gynecology. It was us.
What's the woman? The woman that they
Henrietta
took her.
Lacks.
Yes, they took her
cells.
Yes.
At least she finna get a statue now, which is awesome. But I mean, still, I
mean, neck roll, but
you know, it's a consolation. It's a consolation prize.
But what happened? What did he do?
He was a part of it. Like he supported it. He supported the whole eugenics movement. Now, it's not fair. Whatever, it's what it is. They did not necessarily want black people procreating.
Of course not, because we're lower than. I mean, we're lower than dirt.
They didn't want. They didn't want the less. What did they call them? The undesirables. And so they would be like poor black people.
They sterilized us.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're back.
Now you know they did that without our knowledge all the time. They call it a Mississippi appendectomy.
I think I
where
be knowing
you
stuff
would
and
go
don't be knowing stuff at the
in
same time.
and like be like, oh, you think you finna get surgery on your appendix or something else, and they will have like giving you a hysterectomy. It's like, oh, you go in with an issue, you gonna get that fixed too, but we finna take your ovaries.
Okay. I think
we're gonna take.
Like I said, I think I know a thing,
and then they don't
I
tell
don't
you.
know
they don't tell you about
the
it.
movement or
you
the
just,
name. You know what I'm saying?
It's still people living who had that done to them illegally. Sure. Like, so we're not like super far removed from it or whatever. But yeah,
I know they did that with some indigenous people. I know that happened with them.
You know, I did not know that they did that to indigenous people. Mm-hmm. That's shitty too. Yeah. I mean, it's all shitty, but you know what I mean. Yeah. But I just didn't know that.
I knew that. And I'm not going to say I didn't know that did not happen to us. Like I said, I don't think I knew of the movements in the name of it and all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You better not, yeah.
How the fuck he was in support of that shit? What was his reasoning?
Well, you know, I don't want to speak out of fact. So let me see. But he was definitely in support of it. And I remember seeing it and I was like, excuse me?
He was in support.
I was like, what?
What's the reason, sir? So I can give you a little bit of grace. Let me just see. Let me see what's Did you have a valid point behind this straight up bullshit? Or was there... Explain it to me.
It was a part of my school stuff and I can't remember. And I wish I still like had the article. But
talking about your current school stuff?
Yeah, it was a class I took like last semester or whatever, and he was mentioned, and I was like, "Excuse me, what?"
Like, hold the.
But he like promoted it, the birth control, like, and I think there's nothing wrong with birth control and things like that. But if they would give black women incentives. So they would come into the neighborhoods, like the projects or whatever, and be like, "Yo, so if you get this Depo shot," and it was Depo. It was called something else, but it was still Depo, and it was fucking people up, and they knew it. As Depo, if you've ever taken Depo or on it or whatever, y'all all know Depo is not good for you, even still to this day. But they would go into these underprivileged neighborhoods and be like, "Oh, well, you take this Depo shot, like we'll give you like $100 or $50 or something, or like a food voucher." Mm-hmm. And they did it.
Well, they was desperate.
Yeah, you know, and also like we know Depo like fucks you up now, but they didn't know. But the people who were giving it to them, they knew. They just didn't want them having kids. So, yeah, it's like, well, the only way, and sometimes they'd be like, well, the only way you can get on this food program or this rent program is you have to take birth control. That's
just like now when you see a lot of like, I mean, we all hear stories of like, when it first come around or certain times or whatever, the women be pushing their husbands or boyfriends out the house.
Yeah,
because
you were not allowed to have any kind of assistance.
You have to be up under these requirements to receive this assistance. And you know, in most cases, it's like you have to be single with children, this and that. So like, I know somebody. She was like, shoot, when this come around, I'd be like, get your shit, you gotta go. Talking about her boy, like
they couldn't be in the house, and they would like come around and check and be like, yo, we seen this dude at your house like a bunch. What's going on? Like they would really be in your business like that.
Yeah.
And I can understand like there's financial requirements and things like that that you have to, or qualifications that you have to meet and things like that. But they were really like, they could not be around, or they would kick you out of the house, and they would really be watching you. Mm-hmm. No, that's all I had. I didn't really have anything. You have any announcements? Or?
I'm just gonna say I've been really diving into Alexandria House books. I came across Alexandria House on Audible. It was an Audible original series. It was the Romney University series. Book 2 is my fave, Charlotte, because she talks shit. She talks shit and she cusses a lot. The other ones need a credit. I don't have any credits on Audible. So I still have Hoopla, which is with my library. So I found her over there, too. So I'm reading all her other series over there. So I'm just really into her right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I forgot, which I guess is a nice thing. I got new mascara.
Ooh.
Y'all,
I was wondering why you were putting on makeup for this.
Well, I always put on.
You do
a little bit.
A little.
Like I have to, and then plus my face just be and look at the forehead, and it's just.
Girl, look at mine. I don't have nothing on my face. Mine's shiny.
I just shiny.
It's the light. The light is right here, K'Shana.
It's shiny, but I got new mascara and I just wanted to use it. That too, like, cause you know, like that
Absolutely.
the fresh tube when you open, it's
that pop.
Yeah,
it's just like uncorking a wine bottle.
It's nice, and then like the consistency is better. And,
How many you got?
2.
Mm.
Because it was 2 for $30,
and
they're like they're $27 a tube. So why would I not get the 2 for $30? That just makes sense to me. It's math. I saved money.
You did.
Why you balling up your face?
Because he's probably
That's
why
how
did you
mu-
buy $27 mascara?
That's how much it
what that is.
costs. Because that's what I use, and that's how much it costs. I don't know what to say. That's just what it is. That's not even high.
You
like
oh well, for me who be buying Maybelline, that is. But I understand. Because I may not spend $27 on my mascara, but I may spend $27 somewhere else. So I mean, in the area where you
everybody's different, and then like I
Exactly.
may spend $5 where you spend $70. You know,
Exactly.
but yeah, I'm gonna spend money on that, which not even to me like okay. Well, for what it is to me, I like it that much, and a lot of the times what I like to do is like I
layer
did,
it?
huh?
You layer it.
No, I just no. I wonder what that would be like.
I use the L'Oreal Voluminous. Is that right? I don't know. It's in a white tube, but you put it on first. It's a base. And then you put your mascara on top. Like I don't do the super layer. You could put more stuff on it.
And you also have
But-
like really pretty lashes in
Do
general.
I? Because I feel
They're
like they are so
long.
poo now.
No, well they're long. Well, you think like because of the baby, but
No, it has nothing to do with her. I just feel like
they look like you have naturally long lashes, and
Maybe
so
they
you
used to
can
be
just
fuller.
do like some. They have serums for that. You
I
can
just feel like they're not what they used to be.
they
So
might
to me,
not
they
be,
look weak.
but they look nice though.
Oh,
They look
okay.
nice. Like
Well, thank you.
without anything. But I remember when that type of mascara first came out, I was in like high school or junior high, and I think it was a Maybelline, and I think it was called Maybelline XL, and it had 2 sides on it. One was black and one was white, and like that was like, oh, this is the new science,
Right.
for mascara. And my mama had just started letting me like actually do stuff. Sometimes she did not play this makeup game, like I wasn't allowed. So
Sephora has makeup.
I didn't think it's cute that you let her
For
explore.
me, yeah, like
They didn't let us wear makeup from a place of, oh, that's fast.
you grown.
Huh? No, yeah,
Like
you do it
I
better be
couldn't
clear. It
wear.
can't be too
I had to wear
shiny.
clear nail polish till like middle school.
I wasn't allowed to wear red.
And- well, yeah, I
Red
do
or
think,
black?
I think red is grown. I think it's a
That's
mature
what they
look.
thought.
So she'll wear red for when, because Sephora dances. So when she has performances, I will let her wear my red lipstick or my red matte lip colors and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know, but like for everyday play stuff, and like I'll let her play, because for me it's a matter. She sees me put on makeup.
Yeah, it's just exploring.
Yeah, so she's exploring
know,
right now. Like, and
She's
I don't.
2.
Yeah. Okay, so Santa gives little gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Like last year, Santa gave her some barrettes. So this year, Santa's given her 2 more nail polishes and an eyeshadow palette. And like, I'm just getting my defense together for my mom just in case. We record.
She gonna hear this.
We record. We record multiple episodes in a setting, so
Hey,
like,
Erin,
and we're
mama.
talking about Santa, and this may come out in February, but that's why. But the thing is like, I'm just getting my defense together because my mom may be like, "Why is she wearing makeup?" Or I don't know how I feel about this, and I can just
But
say like,
she's
"Mom,
2.
it's playtime.
Yeah, it's just
it's
play.
play, and then she dances, so I want her to be comfortable with putting on makeup for when she performs.
It's just
although
another.
She don't have to.
It's just another form of art and self-expression.
And see, that's my thing. So I'm getting
So-
myself prepared for that conversation. She does she was putting bronzer on Larry the other day.
But it's just like, you know,
Like,
you let
she's
your child
playing.
do whatever
Yeah.
you would like her
But
to
I
do.
still, but
and
when
that's
she
it.
gets older, like, I don't get it twisted. Like, I'm all for her, you know, experimenting with her makeup and playing, dress
Have you
up,
seen
stuff like
these
that.
children these days?
They be doing makeup though.
With whole lace fronts on.
No, not. We not doing that.
Ma'am, have you seen
But see,
these children?
that's what I was getting ready to say. Like, she still will be going to school with her hair in plaid.
They up
and
at
berets, and
6
she's
o'clock.
not wearing.
They up at 6 o'clock getting ready for school with
No.
the got to be spray.
No,
Are laying
right, no.
melting lace.
No, we're
They are
not
doing
that.
it, and I've talked about lace
Like, I
fronts
just feel like it's a
lot.
time and place for that.
I've talked about lace fronts a lot this episode. I don't have anything against wigs. It's just it's mysterious. territory
I don't
for
like
me.
seeing extensions. Look, okay, so I used to be a substitute teacher. I did a lot of long-term subbing.
What?
And so,
What?
oh,
What?
go ahead. What's the question? Okay, so Jace's question. You know what, Jace? Come over here, Jace. Come over here, Jace.
Jace was supposed to be on the episode today, but we had some technical difficulties, and
but
so
he's been sitting here listening.
Yeah.
Jace, come, lean in, get on camera. Jace,
say hi. Don't be like soft spoken like me.
Right.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're back.
So my question was basically young men, like high schoolers, how do you feel about them getting their ears pierced or even tattoos, stuff like that?
So I'm the wrong person to ask because
I'm gonna let you do it.
Because I'm having a conversation right now with young men.
you're having a conversation. Okay.
No, I would let you get
I
your
don't
ears
have
pierced.
I don't have a problem with the
A
ears
tattoo,
pierced.
maybe not.
I do.
You can't get your ears pierced, but you can get a tattoo.
I don't like the tattoo. I don't like.
That don't really make sense that you could get your
don't
you could
like
get a tattoo,
tattoos
but you can't get
because
your ears pierced.
It's so permanent, and I
Yeah.
say it's so permanent. You're
It is
young.
permanent.
It's permanent. You don't know what your future's gonna be. Like Jace, you say
And
you're in the Air Force. They look at your tattoos and things like that. Like you don't know what
And
what's
placement,
going
even
to,
placement.
exactly what your future's gonna be. So like I don't like tattoos, for young people for that reason. I'm not saying I'm against them totally, but for that reason,
She's
at
not
such a young
against
age.
rap. She's not against rappers, but she is against those thugs.
What?
It's the thuggish ruggish ball. You've never like. I know you know that.
Yes, I know that.
Okay, well then.
Okay,
I was
but
about
the
to
other
say.
thing is, I don't have a problem with earrings. Like, do that. Like, my son, Nicholas, came over one time. It's probably like a year or so ago. And he had, like, some magnetic earrings.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, like, going to get them pierced. And, like, Larry was saying that Nicholas's mother was just like, did you approve this? And, and I don't know if she had a problem with it or whatever. But
Yikes.
But I was just, and Larry was like, no, I ain't know nothing about it. But he bought it with his money. It was magnetic, though.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I'm cool with it. Now, I'm cool with piercings. Like, that's not a thing for me.
Hoes clothes.
Exactly. 'Cause I would experiment with
Fast.
piercings because I can always take it out and you won't know.
You just
what's
take
there.
it out, yeah.
A tattoo is forever. I like tattoos. I don't like them on me. But I don't have a problem with young men getting their ears pierced. Not at all. Do that. I think that shit is cute. Go for it.
It's just an
I say
accessory.
slow down on the tattoos.
Well, what do you think about Zipporah's ears are pierced?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about like getting like if you had a son, would you get their ears pierced young?
As a baby? No.
Not as a baby, but like
I just
like as a baby.
They are, and this is just me. I see that as a teenage boy thing, maybe an 8th grade.
And how come
I don't see that as a little
How
boy
come
thing.
it's seen as a teenage boy thing, but it's not seen as a teenage girl thing?
For me? Oh, in general. Oh no, like
Because sometimes it is in certain families, but that's usually the exception and not the norm.
well, I think
like
it's
they're
just
like,
because-
oh well, you can get your ears pierced when you're 13 or whatever, or 10.
I don't know. I know of little girls getting their ears pierced as babies. Because I guess for us, I'm not saying that
Like traditionally.
Yeah, like girls got their ears pierced. I'm sure there was probably another time period.
I know.
where you
I
didn't
was
do
a
it when you were
baby.
young. But I got mine when I was a baby too.
He was a baby.
It started as babies for.
Oh, how to
It was a girl
identify and you know what? It's
okay,
yeah,
okay,
because you
so-
can't tell babies.
Jay, I don't know if y'all heard this, but Jay said it started off as a girl thing because what was it? What I just forgot what you said. What did you say?
Because
What'd you say?
I need
Because it was a girl thing. It was a girl thing, and K'Shana was like, "Oh yeah, because it's a way to identify."
Because you remember if you look at like newborns, well,
You don't know what they are.
I don't know how old. They got to be like a couple months before you get that done, right? Like
No,
so.
you can get them done. Well, I don't know. I got Zipporah's done at 6 months. but
Yeah,
it's
usually
babies
it's like
young-
that, but
smaller than
they
her.
like all babies. Cause all babies look alike. Like not like alike as in like they
don't know what
related,
they are.
but they're just babies.
Yeah,
it's just
they're
a baby.
thing. Yeah,
You know, like they just it's a nugget.
for me, I don't know what influenced this, but I would not get my little boy's ears pierced as a little boy. If he wants them pierced in high
I'm so
school,
sorry.
go for it.
What
tell me about it. I'll
about
take
nose
you.
piercings
I don't have. I had
for
a nose
either
piercing in
one?
college.
How old?
I feel like I just feel like anything
Excuse me.
other than ears for either sex. It's a teenage.
I say 16.
A
What?
teenage
16?
thing.
What the hell?
I
16.
feel like that's a teenager thing. I feel like that's a teenager thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I say 16. I would let
I don't mind that. In high
16.
School,
I didn't really want one then. I knew there was some people in high school who
I
had
didn't want one then. I did in
piercings.
college. I had my nose pierced.
Excuse me.
In college.
My
But yeah.
allergies. I don't know. I need to lay down.
But yeah, I don't.
Maybe that's
I
what it
see anything other than ears for either sex. A teenage thing. Boys, I just feel more comfortable. I don't know why, but I see that as a
So,
8th grade to teenage.
Here's a question, you parent. So I'm asking you because you're a parent.
Okay, but I'm a parent of a 2-year-old and I'm a mom of an 18-year-old.
So
Like
Zipporah,
I don't have that much experience.
Zipporah grows up. She's a little older, and she wants to shave half her head. You know, you Cassie style back in the day. It's gonna come back. It always comes back.
Okay.
So if she wants to do that, at what age would you let her do that? Like if she just you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you or would you let her do that? At what age?
So I'm
would you?
speaking today as a mom of a 2-year-old. So what I feel today would not is very
Yeah,
it's
it
a
could be
good
different.
chance
I mean,
it's not
people
going to be the
change.
same when
Yeah.
she's this age.
It might not be the
because
same
I'm dead
tomorrow.
in it.
That's what people do. You're
As
allowed
of
to
today,
change.
today is we're recording on December 23rd, 2022 at 2:17 p.m. She can cut her hair.
And like shave it on one side specifically. If she wants to shave it on one side.
Go for it.
Okay, cool.
Now that's for her daddy. That's a different conversation.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just talking about for you.
Men
Yeah,
don't
they
like
don't.
to see their girlfriends cut their hair off.
Nope.
But I did,
Nope.
and he was not happy about it. But it happened. But
Something
yeah.
about cutting your hair.
somebody. But yeah, I don't know about middle school.
What about color?
I feel like high school. Go for it.
And I don't
have a
mean
problem
like the
with that.
temporary, like the actual, like she want,
Go for it.
as they used to say back in the day, streaks.
But the
she
thing
wants
is,
highlights.
my thing is, I would push temporary because I don't want her to damage
Well, yeah.
her hair with like blonde.
Yeah.
But go for it. Like as of right now, like go for it. Like experiment. Like play. I see it as her just like being herself.
And I figured you're gonna say that because I know how you feel about things. I think it's so pretty, and my friend Tangela and her baby girl. She's not a baby. She's 10 now.
Oh, okay. She a big
Yeah,
girl.
she's 10 now. she's she but she still gets like braids and things, and I think it's so cute. You know, in the summertime when you're not in school. Yeah, when you're not in school, you can pick whatever color you want.
Yeah.
And she lets her pick whatever color you want, and then they have the braid hair now that has like glitter hair.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Zipporah finna get that. So like, and I think that's so pretty. I call it My Little Pony hair. I know that's not what
That
it's
is so
called,
cool.
but I call it My Little Pony hair, and I think it's so pretty. They got the rainbow packs and all kinds of stuff, and I think that is really cute when you allow little girls to express themselves, and that is, I guess, coming
I will say
from
this.
coming
Go ahead.
from a house where like I was not allowed to do certain things. Like I couldn't color my hair, like not even like. You know how like back in the day, like you could put peroxide in your hair to like lighten it a little bit. Like I would sneak and do that, or like some Sunny and
I don't know
and
if
I'd be
I
like,
was
well, I
allowed
didn't
to or
dye
not. It
it.
just
I
wasn't
use
something that
use
was,
Sunny and or like you use Kool-Aid or whatever. Like anything that was deemed like anything and everything was deemed grown.
Or ghetto.
And so yeah, or that or like well you can't whatever.
The ghetto girls.
So when I see these little girls like with their being able to not even just wear the color, but being able to have say so and how their hair is worn, even the
school.
clothes that they wear, because we didn't always get that.
No. Now
I'm sorry.
somebody don't have their phone on silent. And then they got to have nerve enough to have the ringer on loud as fuck. A lot of the fly shit came from the black girls, the ghetto girls and stuff. And
Yeah, and it's
like,
being like commandeered and excuse me, y'all,
they've
my
been-
allergies
they've
are
been
killing
doing that type
me
of stuff.
all
And
of a
me,
sudden.
as someone being from the white side of town and only having white friends, like I'm sure even when I jump on board with stuff like
even
that,
the
or
nails,
even to like experiment with things like that and explore that stuff, they probably even looking at me sideways, like you wouldn't do that back then. But also like I was also up under my mama, that type of stuff.
But and
I don't think
here's
she
the
would have allowed me to
thing.
get my hair
Here's
braided
the
with
thing
red, white,
that
blue
people
hair.
forget is that people, you're allowed to change at any point in time. In the same way we talk about like consent and like how you're able to revoke consent at any point in time, you can change your mind, which is a form of changing your mind. You can change your mind about something at any point in time. I don't care if I sit here and say, I like sweet peas. Not Ain't Sweet Pea. She's amazing. Of course we like Ain't Sweet Pea. But like, I like sweet peas. And then like 30 seconds later, I'm like, nah, actually I hate them. You can do that. You can change your opinion. That was yesterday. Today's a new day. Right. It was 5 minutes ago. Whatever. That's fine. You have the liberty of doing that. And I think people forget that they see you one way and they think you're always supposed to be that way. Or like maybe they hadn't seen you, whatever. And they their brain kind of puts you in this time capsule. Right. Or something.
I'm all for it. I'm all for experimenting, but please believe there still will be parameters. So I will allow my child, as of now, to be as free within the area that I've given her.
Some Benadryl.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. You know, I think it's beautiful. I think allowing kids to have freedom to do certain freedom within a range of where they're not going to hurt themselves. Right. I think is totally awesome. Yeah. All right, well, I guess that's it, y'all.
Any announcements?
I need some Benadryl.
Creative Combos is every first Friday, 6:30, 7 o'clock discussion. Be there, be square. Follow me at Love Erin AD everywhere. Follow Zipporah on TikTok and Ragnar at Zippy Loves Ragnar. Follow the podcast at ADaydreamersPodcast everywhere. Follow Black Creative Circle of North Louisiana, our nonprofit organization, at BCCNL318 on TikTok and Black Creatives NL everywhere else. Follow K'Shana at KHD Studios everywhere. Her allergies are kicking her ass.
Y'all see this?
Y'all hear Zipporah snoring.
There she goes. Stop. The swift descent. All right, y'all. It's been real.